Following their semi-final clash in Sofia previous week, Gael Monfils and Daniil Medvedev will have the opportunity to face in the last four in Rotterdam as well after commanding triumphs on Friday. Gael Monfils defeated Damir Dzumhur 6-1, 6-2 in an hour and 9 minutes for the second win over the Bosnian this season, losing just 4 games at the Australian Open. Gael saved 3 out of 4 break points and he controlled the scoreboard with an efficient performance on the return, winning more than half of the points behind Damir's loose servant, scoring 5 breaks from 8 opportunities to march into the last 4 for the third time in Rotterdam. Gael hit 20 winners and 22 unforced errors while Damir's shots went all over the place, notching 11 winners but also 28 mistakes that cost him dearly and prevented him from achieving a more favorable result. Things didn't look that good for Monfils in the opening game, surviving 7 deuces and 2 break points before opening a 3-2-1 gap with a break in Game 4 following a wild forehand from Dzumhur. The Bosnian suffered another break in Game 6 when his drop shot barely reached the net and the set was over a few minutes later when he sprayed a volley error at 1-5. Monfils made another huge step towards the finish line, when he passed Damir on the net with a forehand winner in the first game of the second set, before playing a sluggish service game at 2-1 to hand the break to his rival, who was finally on the positive side of the scoreboard. Despite that, Gael was on the mission and he quickly restored the order, stealing Damir's serve in Game 5 with a drop shot winner and moving within a game from victory when Dzumhur netted a forehand in Game 7 for another disappointing service game. Serving for the win, Monfils landed 4 winners in the next game to stay on the title course, reaching back-to-back semi-finals since Tokyo 2016 and the first in consecutive weeks since July that year. In the battle of informed players who won titles last week, the 5th seed Daniil Medvedev toppled the former champion Wilfried Tsonga 6-4, 6-2 in an hour and 32 minutes for the 14th win in 16 matches so far in 2019. The youngster won their encounter in Brisbane at the start of the season and he had the upper hand today as well, losing 15 points in 9 service games and saving both break points he faced to mount the pressure on Joe's side of the court. The Frenchman was nowhere near those numbers behind his initial shot, giving away 45% of the points and facing no less than 10 break points, suffering 3 breaks to end his run in the quarterfinal after 7 straight wins. Daniil made the best possible start, serving well and taking the momentum after a break in the very first game thanks to an enormous forehand error from the Frenchman. That was the turning point and Medvedev had a cushy job in bringing the set home, wasting 4 chances on the return in Game 7 before clinching it with a hold at love in Game 10, sending a clear message that he wants more of the same in the rest of the match. Tsonga squandered 2 break points at the start of the second set and he hit a double fault at 2-2 to suffer a break at love and lose the last chances for a positive result. Daniil grabbed another break at 4-2 and the victory was in his hands after he fired 4 winners in the game that followed, happy with the way he performed and eager to produce more of the same against Monfils on Saturday.